Hi there, I'm Joe Barnowski, the worship director here at Light of the World Church, and I got a few questions about how exactly I put together the one-man band worship last week when Texas was under a blizzard and my worship team couldn't make it down. So how did that video get put together? Here's just a really quick rundown for anyone who's looking for a behind-the-scenes show, or if you are interested in doing something similar. The biggest and most important step is planning. You need to know what's going to be where, when. You're going to set up your cameras. You're going to shoot all of your different stuff. I ran into this problem myself. I failed to pay attention to where my guitar was going to be, and I had to cut out around it in later shots. I'll show you that here shortly. So the key to really putting all of this together and making it all work is going to be synchronization. You need your audio and your video for all of your shots to be perfectly lined up. The way that we do this is we run a metronome. We run in-ear tracks. So I have earbuds that I hook over my ear and plug in, and I have a wireless pack that is hidden on my back, usually clipped onto my belt, and I'm listening to a metronome. And that metronome for this track specifically is click, 2, 3.
Intro 3, 4.
Good morning, Light of the World Church. We're so excited you're here. So that's going in my ears along with other music every time we do worship. And so having that audio line running to our cameras, running up to the platform, that is really where the magic happens. As long as we have audio and video synced up, we can do this. Now, you could easily run a metronome in your ear and do a visible clap. I usually like to do 2 claps. So in this video series, what I actually did was I would go up there with my phone, I would hit record on Logic, set my phone down, record, 2, 3, 4, intro, 2, 3, 4. And then I would start playing on the downbeat. So that gave me on every camera shot, I had 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all I did was cut out right after that camera clap. And as soon as the clap was over, I was able to fade in and start the actual worship video. So for this process itself, you're going to need at least 2 cameras. We used 3, but you definitely are going to need 2. One is going to be your wide shot, and the other is going to be your tight shot. That wide shot is never going to move. You absolutely have to have a tripod, and that gets set up, and that is focused dead on for the entire platform, your entire shooting area, and that never moves until all of your recording is over. So the audio is synced because we're running the metronome. The video is synced because we have the claps as well as the audio in each video file. So most video editors are going to have automatic sync functions when you're doing multicam projects. We can play around with this in other editors that don't have auto sync features. That's where the claps and the audio lines get to be so important, because you can look at audio spikes and line them up on top of each other and know that all of your cameras are synced. That being said, once all of your audio and video lines up, this is where you have fun. All of your tight shots immediately come in here and get to be used individually. So I've got a shot called Joe. And if I click through this shot, this is just me in my position playing the worship music. I've got a shot called Kim. And this is me dressed like Kim Butel in some neutral colors and playing keys. I've got a shot called Colin. This is me emulating Colin Rigsby on bass. I've got Connor on the cajon, and Vox for vocals. I didn't really have a particular vocalist in mind. I just kind of dressed up and worshiped along with it. Now, what I also have is the wide angle for each of these. So I have a shot tight, I have a shot wide. I did have a third shot, and that is from the side. So every single one of these has tight, side angle, and wide angle. This is the problem I was talking about earlier. I forgot that my guitar was on stage, and so I have to cut that out later. So with that being said, all that I did was line these up. Now let's grab our wide angles. Myself, Kim, Colin, Connor, and the vocalist. I'm in Final Cut Pro. In Final Cut, I'm going to come in and synchronize clips. I don't want to do a multicam because multicam switches from camera to camera, and that's not what I want. I want to synchronize my clips so that they all come in together. Test wide. We're going to use audio for synchronization. Let's throw all of this together. It's going to synchronize the clip, and I'm going to get one video clip with all 5 videos of me in different clothes. Then all we have to do is cut out the sections that we want in each piece. All right, so we have a test wide file. Let's open this up and see that we have a Joe in the middle. We have a vocalist. We have a Kim. We have a bass player, Colin, and we have Connor on cajon. So let's bring all of these back. Let's go back to where the click starts. And what I'm going to do, I have it open now. I want to trim this video. I'm going to grab the left side because this video is on top and I want to uncover the vocal position and everything underneath of that. So let's uncover the vocal position. I don't want to be covering up anything else in the worship video. The vocal position needs to not be covering up anything on that whole side of the stage or be covering up our keys player. Our keys player needs to be covering up nothing on this whole side of the stage, so let's bring this over. Our bass player isn't covering anything on that side of the stage, so it hurts nothing to leave that over there, but he is covering up our drummer. And there we have it. Now again, notice that every single one of these is a video by itself. I can get rid of all of these. What I'm doing is turning the Colin, the bass player camera, into just this shot. I'm getting rid of everything else. When I put my position on top of that, it fills in more. When I put the vocal position in, when I put that position, when I put this position, all of it matters. It's just filling in the space. Now this is where it gets fun. You'll notice I'm accidentally cutting off a little bit of the bass player. So I have to be able to move that and get my shot. But that is the quick and dirty rundown of how to set up one of these kinds of shots. You have one camera that is getting all of the space that you're going to possibly record, and then you're piecing together each individual place that you want to go. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions or would like to talk about this kind of setup, I would love to chat with you. Please feel free to shoot me a message anytime at joe@lotwchurch.org. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.